It was the worst halftime show ever.
I saw that clip and I was like, wait, who's Jill Zarin? I went to her profile and it said that she was a real housewife of New York. And I was like, oh, okay. So then I Googled her because I genuinely had no clue who this blabbering idiot was. It honestly seemed very unbecoming of the Bravo family. So I was like, they let this chick on? Yeah, in 2008. Homegirl has been off the show since 2011. Babe, if your bio on your Instagram profile is what you did from 2008 to 2011, and you haven't done anything else since to get that first line on your bio, now I'm just like, why is she relevant? And why does anyone care what she said?
To me, it looked like a political statement because there were literally no white people in the entire thing.
So then I heard her say that. And so I went back to Googling her because I was like, when was the traumatic brain injury? Like, when was the TBI sustained? Was it a car accident? Was she in a horrific plane crash? Did she have some sort of viral infection that caused permanent color blindness? Like, anything to explain how she did not perceive Lady Gaga as white. Jill, her name's Stephanie Germanata, and she's an Italian New Yorker. She's about as white as they come. If you don't think she's white, baby girl, you're not white either.
I think it was a political statement, and I'm not taking a side one way or the other.
You're right, Jill. You're not taking a side. We have no clue what you think about the matter.
I just think that the NFL sold out.
Oh, Jill, if there was anyone who really needed to watch that halftime show and pay attention instead of just being a hateful, spiteful wench, it was you. See, Benito made a very intentional choice at the end of his show to list every country in the Americas. That's because when you say I'm American, you can actually be from the United States or from Paraguay, Uruguay, Venezuela. All of those places are in America, and the NFL is a business. And what is football? American. And if the NFL had their way, it would be global, international. The NFL isn't selling out, they're trying to sell more. See, if you learned things from your fellow castmates on The Real Housewives of New York, for example, Bethany Frankel, who, by the way, has nowhere listed on her bio that she was on The Real Housewives of New York because she's accomplished about 9 million things since that she can stand on. See, if you learn from her, she's a serial entrepreneur, she would tell you that making football global is a business move.
Lady Gaga got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I literally had to Google her face to see.
Jill, with all due respect, if your nasolabial folds have more irregularities and bumps than moguls on a complex ski run, please do not talk to us about Lady Gaga's face.
So Jill calls me this morning, like frantic.
I've been exposed to you for approximately 3.5 seconds, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that of all the people that Jill needed to call about her PR racism disaster, I don't know that I would have put you on that list, but go on.
That she,
I know, structured English sentences can be very hard for some of us. You know what's actually funny is that English is my second language and I'm an immigrant, and yet I don't seem to have that problem.
Us Weekly wrote about her, and I went to go work out. No, then I was listening to Jeff Lewis on my way to the gym.
For any of you that have raised or interacted with a toddler at any point in your life, this is oddly reminiscent.
That you're supposed to be in that. What, you can't have alternative views?
If you guys ever wondered what degree of commitment that I have made to entertaining you guys with my content, like, this is it right here. I literally am losing brain cells listening to this woman try desperately to construct a sentence.
You're not allowed to have alternative viewpoints?
Let me put this in terms that you might understand. An alternative viewpoint, for example, would be if I said, you don't need your 17th rhinoplasty because your nose is deficient in cartilage. That would be an example of an alternative viewpoint. Racism is not an alternative viewpoint. Funny thing about racism is that while one group benefits from it greatly, another group is harmed by it. If you happen to be part of the group that benefits from it and you don't see that, you don't have the cognitive capacity to understand that, and my alternate opinion is that you are just not that smart. No one could say that your inability to construct even one coherent sentence was already a dead giveaway for that. Kelly Dodd has been crashing out on Instagram and her TikTok over my video of her. Originally, she tagged me in the video, so I was able to share it and share my response. Predictably, she didn't like my response. They were too intelligent and spot on. She then blocked me. Of course, she deleted a bunch of her racist rants about me. Here's the thing, Kelly, which it's amazing to me that you have not figured this out yet. The internet lives on forever. So a bunch of people have your videos living on in infamy on Reddit threads. So let's go through some of these videos and chat about them, shall we?
This lady is a plastic surgeon. Well, we all know plastic surgeons are the worst of all kinds of medicine. Like, that's like the lowest of the totem pole. We all know that.
Kelly, it's very obvious to all of us why you may not like plastic surgeons. I mean, after multiple interventions, that's what my face looked like. I would carry a grudge too. The best part of your intro is that you're pointing to the fact that I'm a breast reconstructive surgeon as you rant about how plastic surgeons are at the bottom of the totem pole. I'm a double board certified fellowship trained microvascular reconstructive surgeon for women with breast cancer. I've done more training than almost any other specialty that exists. And in fact, plastic surgery is one of the most competitive specialties to get into. There's actually no specialty in medicine that's the bottom of the totem pole, and anybody who would say that out loud is an uneducated ogre.
Get a job, get a life.
Can you make up your mind? Because in this other video, you told me to get a job. And I'll repeat this for you because I think repetition helps you a little bit. I'm a double board certified fellowship trained reconstructive surgeon. And that's only one of my jobs. See, my net worth, which by the way could decimate yours, is not based on a divorce settlement and a stint on reality television.
Didn't she take an oath? Didn't she take an oath?
The Hippocratic Oath is something that doctors take to do no harm. There's actually no clause within the Hippocratic Oath that we cannot call out racist bigots online. So per the Hippocratic Oath, for example, if you needed emergent medical care because you came to the emergency room drunk and you needed IV fluids, for example, we wouldn't withhold care from you simply because you're a racist bigot.
A person that you want to go to get her plastic surgery, first of all, look at her teeth. It's like having a fat trainer.
Oh, Kelly. Teeth are handled by dentists. Dentists are not plastic and reconstructive surgeons. So when I responded to this online, I said, babe, dentist, plastic surgeons, not the same. So she then crashed out in another story with this dental pic. Oh, Kelly, you can keep your teeth. I have morals, degrees, and quite literally no reason to come on here with a dental pic. Oh, God.
And I have cavities in the back. And get those black dark circles in your nose. Fix it first before you come in after me, and starting with that, okay? Look at yourself, you fugs.
Kelly, what you don't understand is that you can spend all day with your filters and full face of makeup criticizing what I look like. It doesn't matter because I can come on here with no makeup, no filters in a bathrobe because I have more moral clarity in the crooked canine than you do in your whole spine.
And she's saying that I can't pronunciate.
Coming online to get upset that I classified you as a single digit IQ and then using the word pronunciate. Kelly, the content writes itself.
This racist girl, her name's Dr. If you're an immigrant, can you at least pronounce a name that we know?
My name is Dhivya Srinivasa. You might get a little practice with Indian names if you just list some of the CEOs we have of US-based companies. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google. Arvind Krishna, CEO of IBM. This is one you might know because you wear a lot of fake Chanel. Veena Nair, she's actually the CEO of Chanel. Oh, and if you've ever mailed a package, FedEx CEO, Raj Subramanian.
You're probably single, okay? And if you're not, you're probably with some man that probably beat you. Let's just be honest.
I'm not single. I've been happily married for 13 years. And no, my husband doesn't beat me. He actually supports me in every endeavor. And unlike you, I'm not divorced. And also unlike you, I don't depend on a divorce settlement for my net worth. I've actually never had to have the cops called to my house or anywhere that I've been for any sort of unrest of any variety. Have you, Kelly? The internet tells me that in 2017 alone, the police were called to your home 6 times amidst your separation with your ex-husband, Michael Dodd. All I had to do was Google, have the cops ever been called on Kelly Dodd? Amazing how the internet lives on forever.
Go fix those teeth.
The reason my crooked teeth don't matter is because the words spoken through them don't end up in deleted Instagram and TikTok videos that then live in infamy on Reddit threads about how racist I am. That's you, Kelly, not me. My hair is looking real good. Kelly, look here, big crooked teeth or my nose or hyperpigmentation under my eyes. I can give you a few more things to talk about if you want. I'm short. I've had 3 C-sections, got some loose skin on my lower abdomen. I don't dye my grays as often as I should. You can really see how they're coming in. And it will never bother me. Because all it is a cover for how racist and vile you are, and instead of addressing that, you babble on like an asshat. And if it's really that hard for you, you can just call me Diva.
And I was thinking about
She's been thinking. This is gonna be good.
how people call me a racist.
Kelly, we call you a racist because you are a racist. Roll the tape.
Here, look at her. She calls herself a doctor, but we can't pronounce her name. I don't know what the hell that is. XYZ, ABCD. It's like Sesame Street over here.
And that's just one example. Kelly, you are racist. Anyways, let's get back to what Kelly was so deeply in thought about.
My grandparents were here in the 1800s in Apache County, Springerville, St. John's, Arizona, which was New Mexico, and Zuni. Native Americans.
Oh, okay. You're talking about how you have Native American blood. Again, because you already made that rant. Did you forget that too? I know sometimes crashing out from the benzos can affect your memory. Let me help you out.
We're Native Americans. We're from United States of America. Natives, legit. Apache County, you can find out.
Kelly Bob, the belief that you being partly Native American precludes you being racist is a fallacy. There's a new word for your vocabulary. Fallacy. No, Kelly, not phallus. Never mind.
She calls me an idiot because she's an immigrant, but yet calls me a racist. And I'm legit, literally Mexican.
So now she's Mexican, guys. Kelly, ¿hablas español? No, porque puedo hablar español. Sí, pero soy de India. அதனால தான் எனக்கு தமிழும் பேச தெரியும். நான் திருச்சியில பிறந்த பொண்ணு, USல வளர்ந்த பொண்ணு. I speak English because that's the only language you understand. Well, sort of. I'm not entirely sure that you have a command of the English language either.
I'm Native American.
Oh my God, she's back to being Native American. Okay, here's the thing, Kelly. If you were in fact in touch with your Native American roots, perhaps you would remember what the bottom of the totem pole actually represents. See, when you called me the bottom of the totem pole, did you forget that too? Too much vodka? Yeah, okay, I'll remind you.
Lady is a plastic surgeon. Well, we all know plastic surgeons are the worst of all kinds of medicine. Like, that's like the lowest of the totem pole.
You know what's funny, Kelly, is I'm not Native American, and I didn't actually know this, but my followers who are Native American and actually in touch with their Native American roots, they were quick to educate me that the lowest or bottom of the totem pole, if we're going to be grammatically correct, actually represents the most respected, the most special, the most honored.
And you're saying that you're way smarter than me?
Kelly, I am in fact smarter than you, and for every stupid video that you make, I'm gonna make a smart one, and it's gonna be so easy for me. I'm gonna do it right here in my bathing suit. I don't even have to try. Like, it's easy.
But I'm Native American, and I have the papers to prove it. Do you have the papers to prove that you are an immigrant and you're here and calling me a low IQ?
Hi again. Kelly, dude, I know that I have been really hard on you and your command of the English language, or lack thereof, and I would love to let that joke die, but you just don't let me. So we're gonna do a little English lesson with Dr. Dhivya Srinivasa. We know that name's very hard for you. You already made that evidently clear. You can just call me doctor. Word of the day is immigrant. Immigrant is any person who has come from one country to another country for permanent residence. I am from India. Are you having a hard time believing that? Okay, I got you. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Okay, so I am from India. I was born there. Now I'm in the United States. This is me in my Team USA scrubs going to work at the hospital because I'm a surgeon. And this is me doing surgery. Yeah, I'm really good at it. Like, really, really good at it. I also have a skincare line, a real estate portfolio. I have a lot of businesses in the United States where I live. See, Kelly, in science, we like to make evidence-based assertions. We like data to support our claims. So when I call you low IQ, you then support my claim every single time you open your mouth.
Do you have the papers to prove that you are an immigrant? This whack job right here is calling my brands in taking money away from me. She's trying to.
Kelly, I did not call your brands. Myself and the rest of the internet simply sent them the videos that you made. You know what I learned in reaching out to the brands that you pretend to have a partnership with? Kelly is posting a code from quite some time ago that is no longer active, and we are not actively working with her. That was just one of the many brands that said the exact same thing. And I was actually disappointed to hear that because I would love to know that you lost a brand deal for being a flagrant racist. I can't even say that because you just never had it.
I'm gonna sue you.
You're going to sue me. For what, Kelly? For what? For sending them videos that you made? Those are your words. The slurred ones, the made up ones, the ones that couldn't constitute a grammatically correct sentence. Your words, your videos. Oh, but it doesn't end there, right? See, for someone who is incoherent 70% of the time, it is shocking to me and the rest of the world that you actually have a show where you speak. But you know what's a little bit different about your show this time?
Well, I can't talk about it right now.
I'm not going to get into it here.
You can't talk about it. That is a first for you.
I got my Anthony Weiner, one of my big attorneys, and I'm suing.
That's not his name. That's the name of the former mayor of New York who got into all kinds of trouble.
Highlights about Mr. Weiner. Charged with transferring obscene material to a minor. Sexting with a 15-year-old girl. Pled guilty to these things. Sentenced. Registered offender. That guy. That Weiner. I had literally just made that phallus joke before this and you still got your wieners mixed up. The content writes itself. Kelly, it does, doesn't it?
I'm in sue mode.
You're in sue mode? Today? You've been in sue mode for years. Roll the tape.
Rick knows the high power attorneys. You're next.
Kelly, this is what comes up when someone Googles Kelly Dunn and lawsuits. And you know what the funny part is? You haven't gotten a penny from any of these lawsuits, because if you did, you wouldn't be wearing those god-awful fake Chanel earrings. Look, babe, I'm gonna say it again. You can't sue me or anyone else for sharing public videos that you made and posted. And if you're this deeply invested in holding the right person accountable, you should look inward.
You're gonna get sued. Thank you very much. I can't wait to take your money away from you. You troll, whack job, snaggletooth weirdo.
Self-awareness has eluded you for far too long.
I'm in sue mode.
The reason I harp so much on words is because words carry meaning. And if you don't know the meaning of words, well, that's going to make things a little bit hard for you. Because then the words that you say don't carry any weight. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's like Sesame Street. Today's word of the day is defamation. So I thought it'd be so fun to talk about what defamation actually is. I'll tell you what it's not. If you're sad that you're losing business for things that you did and are true, that's not called defamation. That's called accountability. People get it mixed up all the time. It's not just you. See, for it to be defamation, first of all, it would have to be untrue. Roll the tape.
Yeah, I can't pronunciate her name, and then she makes fun of that.
Roll the tape.
Says that I'm on benzos. That is like beyond defamation.
And I think that the Xanny started kind of like getting me kind of loosey-goosey, and well, anyway.
Have some lorazepam.
Oh, well, that'll be helpful.
Right here, a whole bottle.
You can sue anybody. You can spend your money. And although good lawyers would tell you that you don't have a case, don't waste your time and money, you can find someone to take your money and just do your bidding. And if you need to have a Patreon and charge people to raise money for your lawyer's funds, I think that's great. On the contrary, somebody said something like this.
A real plastic surgeon, not a fake one.
And in fact, that doctor that has more degrees and credentials than letters in your name, that could possibly be classified as defamation. My guess is, though, nobody's going to sue you for your $3 and your fake Chanel earrings, so you're probably good. Yeah, your feelings are probably hurt, but you're running to the wrong specialist, babe. See, if someone says something about you that's true and it challenges your inflated sense of self, your deep need for admiration, if it highlights your complete void of empathy for others, the word is not defamation, my friend. The word is narcissist. That is something that you don't need a lawyer for, you need a therapist for. And no, I wouldn't skip the doctor and go straight to the pharmacy, although you may like to.
I was going to take it to the
pharmacy right now after I'm done talking to you. He's gonna take us into Cobblestone Lucas.
You're gonna take a ride into town and do a little shopping before you leave.
Yes.